Hello and welcome back to the Athlete's Handbook, where today we're going to be talking about what is low intensity training. First of all, let's go right into a run. I'll be right back. I just did 18k around Ullswater. This is kind of a few days later, so I've done a few other runs as well. But what I want to do is quickly explain what am I doing a low intensity, high volume week of training. So the idea behind this low intensity, high volume is to give myself a break from the pressures that I'm putting on my body, the strains from doing 400-meter reps, from doing 1K reps, from doing all of those sorts of things. And I think it's really important to actually lower the amount of stress you're putting on your body in those sorts of training sessions, and to really focus on, I think, form, that's a big one, and aerobic capacity and a few other things. I think the first thing I want to talk about is form and how does easy running actually help. So the idea behind easy running and low intensity training is that it enables you to think a bit more when you run. Think a bit more about how you run, think a bit more about how you're doing while you're running. And I think good running form is the key to a successful athlete. If you don't have good form, you won't run well. And a lot of it is down to science, I think. Science is a really key factor when running. And you might not think it, but it is. It's a lot about, how efficient can you be? Actually, you put in so much energy into running. And actually, if you're only getting a small proportion of that energy back, it just doesn't work in terms of the amount of running that you can do. It's inefficient because it doesn't work that well. However, when you've got good form, it means that actually you can put in less energy and, get the same amount of actual distance that you're getting. So you'll have a huge advantage over competitors when you have better form. It's just simple science. But I guess what is good form? Good form is, so you want to be planting your foot directly underneath your body. You want to have a high cadence. So I'd say 180 is apparently meant to be the holy grail of cadence. I'm not quite at there yet, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get there. It's one of the reasons I've been doing a lot of easy running this week. Also, the arm swing. So the arms should go from 90 degrees at one end to 90 degrees at the other end. I think some people call it pocket socket. So in the back pocket to the eye socket. That's the idea anyway. And they should be pretty much in time with the opposite leg. So as the opposite leg moves forward, your arm moves forward, the opposite leg moves back, your arm moves back. But I think it's also important to stay upright when you run. If you're leaning forward, you're leaning really far forward, it's inefficient. It won't work. Easy running helps this as you have a lot of time on your feet. And the idea is that your body's not going to get so fatigued. You're not going to be so worried about just finishing. You're going to have a bit more time to think about the way you run. And so when doing these easy runs, you have to just really focus on the form, every couple of minutes go, what is my form like? What is my cadence like? How is my foot strike? What is my stride length? I'm really, trying to tune that in. I'm really trying to tune that down and get the fine tuning right when doing this sort of thing, I think. And that is how easy running is meant to benefit you, because you have a lot of time on your feet and it's meant to be a bit more of a force of habit. How can you run? I think the second thing, which is important to think about when easy running, is breathing. So a lot of people probably don't take in enough oxygen and go into lactate producing a bit too early. Now this can be avoided. Aerobic running is meant to increase your VO2 max. So if you're running longer distances, you probably will increase your VO2 max. And that just means that you can breathe in more, you'll flush out lactate quicker. It makes running a lot easier. So if you're in a cross-country course, if you start producing lactate pretty instantly, it won't help you. You'll find it really difficult around the rest of the course. However, if you don't produce lactate until right near the end when you're doing the sprint finish, actually, you will be a lot better off than other people. You will have, you'll be able to run more efficiently. You know, your aerobic respiration will happen, which is a far more efficient than anaerobic respiration. And easy running is designed to improve your oxygen capacity and improve the way that you breathe, and it's a really, really useful tool in that sense. And I think the final thing about easy running is it reduces the strain on your body parts. So I think when you do loads and loads of high intensity training constantly, you can actually build up a lot of muscle fatigue, and it doesn't help anyone. You know, you can get lots of strains and injuries. But I think it's important in your training plan to encompass a week when you take it back a bit, and actually when you go, actually I want to do a bit less, maybe not so much a taper. You kind of can do it as a taper, but I would recommend as a taper keeping the intensity high but keep slowing down the volume. We're talking about keeping intensity low and increasing the volume, so it's a slightly different form of running, but it definitely does decrease the amount of strain you're putting on your body and actually will allow you to recover quicker. And also, you know, I think it's a bit more of an adventure, and it really allows you to sort of discover yourself and why you're running and things like that. I think it's a really pivotal part to my training, and I've really enjoyed this week. As in terms of my running, I think I will have improved my running, and not only just my running form, but everything about my running. Anyway, I think it's probably enough from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.